Okay, part 2 of our evening walk with Cheeto. We had the video camera on pause, but it'll only stay that way for so long. The deer are still in the distance over there. There they are. Yeah, almost looks like a statue, but it's moving. There it goes. And so Cheeto would just rather sit here and watch the deer, especially since there are people over in this direction, and he likes to stay still when he senses anything that might be a threat. So I'll just have to pause the video on and off to keep it from shutting down until he's ready to move on. With time, Cheeto has become more of a, just walking slowly, standing, staring, and sniffing. He used to sort of move along quite quickly from one spot to another, sort of like an excited young kid or something, but he's, I gotta keep in mind he's 3 years old now. So he's a very mature cat and behaves accordingly. Okay, I found I've been able to negotiate leaving the rock, and we're going to try to make it over to Chrisman Cove. Yeah. Ralph? There are some stairs that are a little bit difficult to negotiate. I don't want them getting too involved back there. It's the best. See, he wants to go over there for some reason. I don't want to get under those trees where the spider's dropping down. Raru, you smell something back in those bushes. But this is where I've got to insist we go my way, Cheeto. And you'll find something interesting over here too, I'm sure. You always do. I've got to be careful he doesn't take off. Sometimes he really, once we go down these steps, he suddenly runs down this way. So I got to be prepared for that. Come on, Cheeto. Raru. Don't pull me into the mud. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go down. Thank you, Cheeto. Now, once he gets going down here, it's usually a pretty interesting area to explore. But it is kind of cold and wet. Come on, Cheeto. Yeah, cold and wet. Little sandy area. Sometimes he picks up vibrations of the voles or whatever. Oh, sorry, he didn't like that one. Just a stick, Cheeto. Wow, this is a really low tide. He always likes to scratch on this log. No, not anymore into those shrubs there. Better get a view of things here. Wow, we really, if we can do it, we've got an opportunity to go a lot further along this way than we usually can. Come on, Cheeto, let's explore down this way a bit. This is a rare chance. We haven't really seen it this. Oh, it's not that wet and cold. Come on. The water's way over there. Come on, Cheeto. Okay. He's having none of it. Sometimes he runs back and forth across the sand. He picks up You want to go back over to the scent over here? No? Over here? No? It's too bad. We got a nice cove to explore here today, but sometimes he's into it, sometimes he's not, and it doesn't help when I step on sticks and snap them. It's much colder than the last time we were down here, so. Okay, Raru. Yeah, let's hang a left, Cheeto. Exit stage left. We're going this way. We don't want to fixate on that spot there. We're going over to the bench. Yeah, moon's looking pretty nice. They done a nice job of clearing the brush here this year. Got a lot more area we could walk down there. But I'll take what we can get. It's not everybody that gets to walk a crazy feral cat on a leash by a river. Take a break and come up on the bench, Cheeto. Come up on the bench. Up on the bench. Up on the bench. Come on. No. Enough sitting. You've done enough sitting. He always keeps an eye out towards the condos. That's where he thinks the potential threats are going to come from. Almost like some sort of a pointer dog. Are you turning into a pointer dog, Cheeto? I don't think so. Now we've got another access point down here. I don't know if you'll want to utilize it. You want to go down towards the river over here, Cheeto? Come on. Let's have a look over here. Let's have a look. Want to explore this area a bit? I'm just going to chew the grass and throw it up. Want to come down to the river? Not too much, Cheeto. You did a big barf the other day. You did a big barf. Not too much with the grass. His grass drive can be pretty strong sometimes. Quest for grass. He's getting more dainty as he gets older too. He doesn't like to get his feet in the mud. Just kind of hilarious. You want to come down towards the river at all, Cheeto? Or am I just getting my feet muddy for no reason? Alright, let's stay on. Let's go around, Cheeto. Let's go around. He knows this go around is usually a pretty accepted negotiating point. Lots of good walking down there, but and there's a hole in this tree. But he hasn't bothered to stick his nose into it, which is probably just as well. Goes back quite a ways, actually. Quite a little den back in there. I'd imagine there's many a cat that's made a nest in there. But I think he still has some of that. Don't want to go out for too long. I want to get home. Close to Queen Peaches. He did all of his marking very close to home. Other times he'll mark all around the periphery of the campus here. Okay, it's just people, Cheeto. And we're going to stay away from the bark, stay away from the Roundup. Go around, stay away from the Roundup. Well done, Cheeto, very well done. Very well done. Okay, yeah, we can go either way. We can go up this part of the road or and sometimes we go into these areas between the buildings too, but probably not tonight. Well, between the two segments of the walk that we filmed and the unfilmed time we spent chilling on the rock, we must have been out here for a good 40 minutes. He used to walk for well over an hour, and I'm sure he will again, but okay. Ready to go inside, Cheeto? And go around the Jeep. That's okay. It's your Jeep. A lot of times they'll head for the stairways, which is odd because we haven't come out the stairways in a long time. Oh, we don't go in there, Cheeto. We go in over here. Maybe it's because he knows that once we go in the office room, he's in the office for the night. That way I can let other animals that I'm trying to keep him isolated from into the main area where he's been all day. And he gets some quiet time. Right, Cheeto? Inside? Inside? Uh-huh. We go inside. That's right. Inside, Cheeto. Thank you. I should move my laptop pad out of the way or he'll plant himself right on that. mostly he likes to come up on my desk, and I should have some kind of a situation there for him. Yeah, some sort of towel or something. And yeah, we get the harness unleashed, and usually he's a little calmer than this. You get the harness off, Cheeto. Ooh, I'm not that good at doing it with one hand. I don't know why he's so fascinated with that area on my desk. That's not something he usually does, but let's set the camera down for a little bit. It doesn't need to have the light on still. I don't know why it does, I guess once it gets the light on, it just becomes stuck that way. But I've got to get all these layers of clothing off and get ready to feed Cheeto for the night. Another A+ job, Cheeto. Well done. Well done. I don't know what's so intriguing on the desk tonight. That's very unusual behavior for you, but it's okay. It's okay, Cheeto. You do what you want. That's right, buddy. And we have sort of a routine of giving them some pets. And he also goes into his grooming activities after the walks. I've got to get my boots off and boots and sweats and socks off. There he goes. You ready for some pets, Cheeto? You ready for some pets? Yeah. Yeah, he's showing his gratitude now. He's happy about being taken for a little walk. And this is how he shows his appreciation. Yeah. That's right. That's right, Cheeto. It's very good. Very good and very well done. And you get yourself just immaculate, like you always do. That's why it's so important to keep him out of the areas that might have Roundup in it, because it gets stuck in the soil with the Roundup, gets in his paws, and then when he grooms himself, he licks it up and could make him sick. Then I'll try to hang up my clothing while he's grooming. That's right, Cheeto. It's time to get you your chow chow, isn't it? Yeah. Get your chow chow. That's right. That's right. And Cheeto's favorite is the Coiled Wellness, Tiny Tasters, and some Fancy Feast. He gets one of each evening. So I'll move the camera over. Coming up. That's right. We'll just move this over here, Cheeto, and whoop, you took off. You took off, Cheeto. Oh, suddenly you're not so camera shy anymore, huh? You're going to have to go back to your chow dish now. That's right. You showing off your manhood to the camera, Cheeto? Was that it? You going to show the camera your manhood? Okay. On over here and get this chair out of the way. You can use the chair to jump over if you want. Or you can just go down the ground. Here we go, Cheeto. Chow chow. Chow chow. Got the good stuff for you. Chow chow. There you go. That's it. I love this pouch stuff too because it's kind of like feeding them by hand. It helps our bond. Won't do the whole pouch this way, but at least a little bit of it. There we go. We'll put the rest of it over in the fore dish. There you go, Cheeto. Chow chow. Yeah, he loves that. Jelly stuff that's in it. And then he gets the little cube with the frosting stuff on top. And I just feed him what he likes because that is what helps him feel good, and he knows what doesn't upset his stomach. He's got a pretty sensitive stomach. And obviously he doesn't have any weight problems, so it's not like he's any kind of overeating. A little bit of kibble down here. And that's a wrap. I just gotta change out of my sweatpants into my shorts, turn the lights off. There's his kibble, his water. And we'll say goodnight. Cheeto's World. Darn near full moon. October, was it 8th or 9th, something like that. Wednesday night.